Okay, so recording has started. Thanks.
Yeah, it's on now. The recording is on now.
Okay, thank you. So our agenda for this evening or afternoon, depending on where you are, is displayed on the screen for those who are looking at their screens. Starting with an opening remarks from the president. I will introduce the speakers and then we'll dive right away into the topics, the health section as well as the knowledge session with quick Q&As after that. Obviously, we'll depending on how we make on time, we can still devote extra time to questions after. And then we'll have a vote of thanks by the Publicity Secretary, Mr. Ishola Olaruwaju. I'll go ahead and stop sharing for now while Mr. Chief Ayo Aluko sir, for your brief comment, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. President.
Good evening, everybody. I can see the chairman of our BOT participating in this program. Bros Onobote, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening, all.
Yeah, thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome all of us to this second edition of our webinar series. We introduced this program to foster interaction among alumni members. We believe that doing this, there are benefits that will come to all of us. One of the benefits is that there's an opportunity for us to network, opportunity to learn more, and opportunity to benefit from the quality of the speakers that have been invited to this program. Today, we have two speakers, former patricians, who, just like the other program we had patricians as guest speakers. These two speakers of today are very passionate members of the Alumni Association. Bros Lanre Laniyon and Bros Ladi Omole, they have served in different capacities in the Alumni Association, and they are ever constant, ever present at all our programs. We appreciate them. Bros Lanre Laniyon will be talking to us about our health and how we can take care of our health. And Bros Omole will be talking to us about the AI, which is the vogue in town now. And I'm particularly interested in that. I want to know how it can help me do my work better as an editor. So without wasting much of our time, it's my pleasure to welcome all of us to this webinar series. I wish us an enjoyable and informative and a beneficial evening together. I thank you all for your participation. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate the brief remarks there. Without diving into too much details, because I think we have, via the publicity of this seminar, gone over and over again about the different topics that the speakers will be going over. I'm particularly interested in the health topic because I'm a little bit more familiar with the artificial intelligence. The health topic takes a slightly different spin into the natural way to stay healthy. As we all know, as much as Western medication is the vogue, we know the base of everything is the continent of Africa and our natural herbs and which ways to apply them. Patrician Lanre Laniyon will be sharing from his wealth experience. Is a registered natural homeopathic with the Federal Ministry of Health, and will be sharing from his wealth experience. So I will hand over to him now. Roslan Ilanio, sir, if you may.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President. Good evening, my fellow patricians. And good evening, my chairman, BOT. I thank God Almighty for making it possible and giving me this opportunity. I have very limited time, so I won't go back into the history of how I got into this. Like I told Ademi Goke then, that it was some event that brought me into this, and I started expanding on it. Be that as may, the topic is get healthy, stay healthy the natural way. Let's look at reasons why we need to take charge of our health, first and foremost. I have about 5 reasons here. One, talk about the state of the population of those who are sick, vis-a-vis the number of doctors. In 2018, it was said that we have a doctor to 5,000 sick persons. This is by FOS, Federal Office of Statistics. Go and check it. By 2000, we have 1 doctor to 5,000 patients. Not 5,000 sick people, not 5,000 Nigerians, 5,000 sick people. With the Japa syndrome, I'm sure today we know that that will probably be going around 20,000 or so. 2, few of us can afford full coverage of health insurance, where things can be covered fully. Treatment becomes more prohibitive when condition is grave. That is, when your health condition is grave, treatment becomes prohibitive. A friend of mine went to Lagos to check his system, and they discovered that the heartbeat has gone down to about 29 units, according to what the doctor said. They said it was a walking grave, and they later operated him at a cost of about 7 million. Who can get that money on emergency? Then, when you are sick, you are in panic, you have anxiety, you are confused. When the situation is grave, when they tell you that maybe you have cancer. I've been in that situation before. They said I should go and test whether my prostate thing is cancer. Luckily, it was not. But for about 2 weeks before I got the result, I wasn't sleeping well. That's the kind of thing that we get into, we want to avoid. And above all, we know that our body is a temple of God. I'm not looking at it more of spiritual, I'm looking at more of healthy body. So we need to take care of our body. Then look at the human body. Somebody said that the human body is the greatest and most amazing of all nature's miracles. It's like a turnkey system. If well treated, the body is supposed to heal itself. There are so many things when we are young. You can remember when you were young, when you knock your leg against a stone and it's bleeding. Sometimes we hide it, we won't tell our parents. Without telling them, the toe get healed. Without putting anything on our toes, it gets healed. So that means healing is from within. And the body has a self-healing mechanism, which we must ensure that is always in a state of homeostasis. When we say a state of homeostasis, we mean state of balance. State of balance. Our body can have a self-repair, renewal, healing, governed by biological laws that are already synchronized into our body. But you discover that we still get sick with all these things I've said. Body healing itself, we still get sick. So why? Why do we get sick? What happened to us? Apart from viruses, pathogens, bacteria, and all those things, there are some standard things that can lead us to sickness, and they build up over time. These they are just two broad categories. We have toxins and we have deficiencies. These are considered to be the root cause of all diseases. They can make virus attack, bacteria attack worse, or they can even start on their own. So what are toxins? Let's consider toxins. They are poisons. or something that is harmful or even lethal, if you don't call it poison, something harmful or even lethal. And they are compound that should be in the body in a very small amount, even if it's going to be in our body at all. Where do they come from? They come from air, water. They come from air, water, and soil. Excuse me. They come from air, water, and soil. They come from our air. They come from our buildings. They come from the atmosphere. They come from water. So we are exposed to all these things over time. And I'm sorry, I've lost some light here. Let me just quickly, I'm sorry, wait a minute. I need to get to my slides. Sorry. Great, I'm back on slide now. Thank you. So we have all these sources of these things that brought toxins to us. I won't be able to go in detail because my time is very, very short. But I think these toxins, they come from our food. Some of these food items that we eat, we have what we call, some of them, these Maggi and all those things. They are potential toxins. They are what we call glutamate monosomething. So those things are very, very dangerous to the body. We also have from our building materials. So we are always exposed to them. Those are the toxins. And we have, excuse me, I need to get through. I'm sorry. Please give me just a few seconds.
No worries,
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Okay. They just took light, so I'm sorry. Okay. So our toxins come from, I've said they are poison. They come from air, water, soil. They come from personal care, that is soap, shampoo, lotions, cosmetics. They come from dentistry and medical drugs. I'm sure that the doctors among us here, they will probably bear me witness to that. That's why they will tell you when they give you some drug, don't continue on when it finishes, come back for reevaluation. And it's always been popular message that when you have a headache, take paracetamol. But if the headache is not going, see your doctors because they know the potential problem if you continue to use them. They also come from natural elements, arsenic, lead, mercury, cadmium, uranium. They come from food. Most of our food that we have, they are treated with pesticides, with herbicides, with fungicides. So those ones, they can also get into our system. They come from water. Most of the water we take are treated. Fluoride, chlorine, they kill bacteria. But eventually, if they are concentrated too much in our system, they also can cause some problems. They cause inflammation. They bring up free radicals and so on and so forth. We have the soil, industrial pollution, farm chemicals, and so on and so forth. And we have, I said medical and dental. We have EMF, electromagnetic frequency. The phone we are using, they have a lot of EMF emission at very low rate, but over time they can build up to be dangerous elements to the body. And that's why sometimes when I see people, they give their 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 9-year-old Android phone. I look at them and shake my head because they are exposing them to things they should not be exposed to at a young age. We also talk of spiritual toxin, sin, worldliness. Sometimes that also take us away, bring some toxins into our system. I'm sure the doctors will also say that we know that when you are emotionally charged, you have spiritual negativity, you think negative, you are angry, there are some secretions that goes into your body with that. So next are the deficiencies which I talk about. What are deficiencies? They are lack or shortage, failing or shortcoming, and insufficiency. We have various types of deficiencies. We have chronic dehydration. When we talk of dehydration, we are not just talking of you feeling thirsty. If anybody has felt dehydration before, I'm sure the doctors in the house will know what it means to be dehydrated. During the hot season, I think last year,
Hello, Ohango.
I think we might have lost Babalani here. Let's give him a minute to see if he can rejoin.
I'm sorry, am I on now?
Yes, sir. We can hear and see you, sir.
I'm sorry, the network problem.
Yes, sir.
So I was talking about deficiencies. We can have a chronic dehydration, that is high lack of water in your system. You can have a exercise deficiency. One reason why exercise is very important, the lymphatic system or our lymph, they are the center controlling immune secretion, clearing debt, clearing so many things in our body. However, the only way by which you can activate your lymph is by movement. You can check that up, is by movement. So if you don't exercise regularly, you might discover that your level of immunity may be very low. Oxygen deficiency, we need oxygen all the time. So please, let's continue to keep that in mind. Sleep. If you don't sleep very well all the time, you stand a risk of getting into some sick level. When you look at the Chinese medicine, they have what we call the clock of the body. Under that, they place the ultimate time when the body clears itself of debt through the kidney and all the other organs at about 2 to 3 a.m. Between 2 and 3 a.m. after your sleep. So if you can continue to be waking up all the night past 2, 3 a.m., that system means that you are at risk. Then you have spiritual deficiency, you have stress deficiency, and nutritional deficiency. I've talked about water. Why do we need to be even a lot more concerned about water? The best drink for you, my dear brothers, is water. That's the best drink, and even the only drink that you can depend on. I look at the water in human body. Let me just give you some data. The average in human body water is 60%. But let's look at some organs. The brain and the heart has about 73% water. Our lungs has about 83% water. The skin has 64% water. The muscles, 79%. And the bone that we think is a hard substance has 31% water. So you can imagine, let's take the lungs, for example. If the water in the system takes the water in the lungs to below 83 or even below 50%, you know the danger. I'm sure you will agree with me. Even the brain that has 73% and the heart, if the water in the body gets so low that the water in the heart gets down to about 40%, there will be problem. So those are the things we need to look at. Lack of exercise, inactivity, what does it cause? It causes reduced energy, lower bone density, calorie buildup, possible loss of balance, low or no activation of the lymph, and blood clots. Sleep deficiency, it lowers job performance, among other things. It can lead to hypertension, it can lead to obesity, it can lead to stroke, it can lead to depression. That's sleep deficiency. Our stress, it depletes immunity. It depletes nutrients. Nutritional deficiency, we have things like deficiency in critical vitamins, in iodine, in omega-3, in magnesium, and so on and so forth. I'm sure some of us must have heard about this. So what this is leading to, it will lead to some disorders. When those things are very high, like deficiency is high, like the toxin is high in the system, particularly those toxin, you have high incidence of free radicals leading to inflammation, leading to oxidation, and so on and so forth. Then our tissues start getting problems. So some of the disorders that might arise or be aggravated includes things like obesity, diabetes, arthritis, and so the most common kind of a thing that we consider as very, and people think they come from an external source. Basically, some of these things come from what we do. So what are the remedial actions? What are the remedial actions? Let's look at what we need to limit or avoid. Things that potentially they could have some toxins in them or bring up deficiency. Dairy products. Dairy products. I'm talking of milk from animals and all those things. We might have to limit it to avoid what I've mentioned above. Smoking, I think that's a popular something, and I think everybody will agree with that. I'm sure people will start, some people will disagree with dairy products. They say that's the source of the major source of calcium. We might have to agree to limit meat. If your situation is critical, as a naturopath, I think you might even have to avoid all animal proteins. But people will ask you, where do you get protein from? At some of my lectures, I ask people, where do cattle or cow get its protein from? What does it eat to get protein? Next is sugar and sugary drinks. Another one is, please avoid drinking water when you are eating. So people will start, I've been queried about that in some of my lecture sessions. Do not avoid drinking water when you eat. And probably avoid cold water. Avoid refined vegetable oil. Most of the vegetable oils are palm oil heated to a particular temperature to bleach them. So they are not original. Avoid artificial seasonings like Maggi. The MSG inside Maggi makes it very, very lethal. And Maggi only came up when the producer of Maggi thought that they must let the poor people feel like they are eating meat. So they flavor it with something that will make you feel you are eating meat. Fried, smoked barbecue food are things we should take in limitation. White flour products and polished rice, followed by soda and all packaged juices. All those things in packaged juices are just what we call concentrates. They are not really pure juice. They're not good for your body. Alcoholic beverages, fluorides, sitting for more than 2 hours at a stretch. And that also goes particularly for women because of our posture. avoid putting pressure on the prostate region. Some personal care and beauty products. Some of us use a lot. I mean, I remember when I was having what I call sinus, sometimes pass, and I was wondering what came into my house. I discovered that there was a PEF that I started using and was causing me some allergy and brought in sinus problem. Let's avoid exposure to pesticides, herbicides, and house deodorants. Some of us, when we smell something in the house, we can empty a can of deodorant into the house. Breathing it might not cause problem immediately, but over time, when you continue in that practice, you will see there is a problem. Avoid grudging yourself or others over past mistakes. Some of us, we dwell too much on over past mistakes, and some of these things, I'm sure we know about what we call cortisol, we know about adrenaline. When you are in a state of anger, some of these things pump into your system, and if they are too much, they are likely to lower your level of immunity. So what should we embrace to avoid what we have mentioned? Because let's be candid, our body, like I said, is created to heal itself. But if you give it the right fuel, only if you give it the right fuel. I don't know whether you can put diesel oil inside a petrol engine and expect something good from it. I'm sure you will say no. So we must give the body what will make it to take over healing. What we think we should embrace more is healthy, whole food, plant-based nutrition, whole food, plant-based nutrition, cereals, nuts, and so on and so forth. You should drink water in abundance, preferably filtered and clean or alkaline. You should embrace periodic detox because, let's face it, we cannot escape any of these things coming to our body. Some of them. You are driving in the street in Nigeria, you drive behind trailers sometimes, the fume coming from that trailer goes into your system. So we need to ensure that we detox. And one of the best and cheapest way of detoxing is fasting. Fasting. Some of us think fasting is just only spiritual, but fasting helps you to detox. Because while you are fasting, you are not taking some additional nutrients, and your body will start dissolving, particularly fat, to get energy. Your body will start taking from the fat in your body to get energy. We must use, let's try and use natural spices for your food. If you must take animal protein, take lean meat. There's this lean meat, Yoruba call it ejaena. I'm sure some of us know about it. Ejaena, that's what we call lean meat. And maybe organic animal protein, those that are produced with just grass alone. I told somebody, he was talking to me about chicken. I said, even the chicken is polluted. He said, wow. I'm sure some of us, I don't know whether you can answer me, if some of us that have an age on our side, when we are much younger, is it possible for you to say you want to slaughter a local chicken of 6 months old? Is it possible? Will somebody allow you? Because the thing will be so small that you will pity the chicken. But now, we eat chicken of 8 weeks, we eat chicken of 2 months, chicken of 3 months. They have been pumped with so many hormone-enhancing chemicals, and that when we eat it, it still comes to our body. Get regularly exposed to sunlight. In fact, one of the most beautiful things God has given us is our sunlight. There's nothing wrong. You don't have to be old before you start doing sunbathing. Healthy sunbathing. One beautiful thing with healthy sunbathing is that when the sun hits your skin, it helps to produce vitamin D. And I think that's one of the things that make most of our people escape this COVID, our market women. You know, once they wake up, they go to the market, the sun starts on them and the sun ends on them. So they have a lot of conversion of vitamin D on their body. And again, the sun is so good that sun can also help you reduce cholesterol indirectly. Please let us keep to oil like virgin pressed coconut oil, Then abundance of fruits and leafy vegetables, green vegetables, particularly for those who have potential plagues in their blood cells, in their blood vessels, leading to atherosclerosis and so on and so forth. Vitamins must be, we should try and improve on our vitamin intake. We should have light walks or exercise to assist our lymphatic system to excrete toxins. We should sleep at least 6 hours daily. That is at least our age, not necessarily 6 hours continuous. Sometimes make sure you get up to 6 hours sleep daily. We should ensure adequate oxygen. Sometimes I tell people that if you can make it a practice once in a while, not even regularly, when you go out or you sit anywhere, if you can remember, try and inhale deeply oxygen while you are waiting for that talk, as you are waiting for the talk to end. Try and inhale oxygen deeply and exhale about 10 times. You can do it as many times as possible during the day. That enriches your body. Get fresh air into your house for at least 2 hours. Those who are interested in shutting down all the windows, they should please open their windows every day for at least 2 hours. We should avoid overeating our vegetables beyond 100 degrees, because once you eat beyond 100 degrees, all the nutrients are gone. We should ensure regular periodic medical screening. That's very, very important. When some things are discovered in our body early enough, they are mostly reversible. So let's ensure we do medical screening. We should embrace fruits, I've said that, and leafy green vegetables. So I've touched the problems that will arise. I've touched what we need to limit, or when you are under serious grave condition, we should try and avoid totally. When I see people who have grave sicknesses like cancer, it's as if people believe that they can never be reversed. They start giving them sugary things like Ovaltine, a lot of milk, a lot of those kind of things. And I think from my own perspective, I'm not talking from part of a medical doctor, because I respect all doctors. They are working so hard to keep us healthy. But I say it categorically that those kind of drinks, Ovaltine and all those things, are really not going to help the situation unless we have decided that they will die after all, which is not human. So lastly, I would like to recommend some references which I think you might need to have a look at, either to collaborate what I'm saying or to learn more. I'm a Christian and I know the Bible has some verses on diet. I'm sure Quran will have it also, but I'm not versed in Quran. For those who are Christians listening, go to Genesis 1:29 after this and you read what God actually say we should be eating at the beginning of time. Leviticus can also take us to when human beings started to eat animal protein. What animals God even said that we can eat. So I know in Leviticus, I think around Leviticus, I can't remember the chapter and the verse, but Genesis 1:29, within the very first 30 verses in the Bible, God told us what to eat. There is a book, Hallelujah Diet. If you can get it, I would suggest that you read it. It's by one George Mandamos. Then please let us investigate. There are areas we call the blue zones countries, the blue zone cities, in 5 countries of the world. There is Okinawa in Japan, there is Sardinia in Italy, there is Nicoya in Costa Rica, there is Icaria in Greece, and there is Loma Linda in California. These 5 settlements, these 5 areas are judged to have the highest, the highest number of age before they die. I've forgotten the word to use, but they have a lot of things in common, and they live longer than any average community in the world. So please, Just Google blue zone countries after this talk and read more about it. It will help us. Then go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. I want you to listen to Ashimolowo at 70. Ashimolowo at 70. And another one is listen to How to Reverse All Diseases by Dr. Chibi in Guaba. That doctor is a cardiologist, and he gave a lecture in some of the churches, and the summary is there on YouTube. I find it very interesting, and it's a kind of corroboration to what I'm talking about. Another one is 100-year-old nutrition professor. That's Dr. Schafvenberg. He talked about 8 things that can help you to grow and live well and grow old healthily. So those are the things that I will recommend. I've rushed a little bit because of the time they have been given. I don't want to run away from the time. But when we have enough time for questions, I'm able to explain more. So my last line is that please guard your digestive system. 2 systems that I believe is paramount to our health: our digestive system, which brings nutrients into our body through the food, and our blood circulation system. And that one takes the nutrients around the body. If we don't guard it jealously, and things like our digestive system, there's a way you try to eat that overburdens your digestive system. Some of us, after we eat our breakfast, we go to another friend's house in another 2 hours, we eat granite there. We go to another place in another 4 hours, we eat chin-chin. We are not allowing our digestive system, we are overburdening our digestive system, and that is not good for us. We should have health insurance. I advise everyone to try and get health insurance, either from federal government or private. You can have the state one, your state one where you live just by the side, but I don't think they cover much. But there is the federal government one and there is the private ones. At least the federal government one will lessen your cost. The one I'm using, when I go to the hospital, either I think to UCH, when they charge me maybe 12,000 for the total drug, they ask me to pay 1,000 or pay 2,000. I think that saves you from a lot of expenses, particularly those who are retirees among us. Avoid smoking. Avoid smoking. Stay active. Do not retire your body. Our body is supposed to be active. Some of us, when we get retired at 60, we sit down in the sitting room and say, that is where problem will come to you because you are not active. Avoid white flour products and polished rice. Ensure regular rehydration, periodic medical checks. I'll tell you about dehydration. At the back of your palm, if you can do it now, at the back of your palm, let me just show, I don't know how I can show it with the camera I have. Hold the back of your palm, pick up the skin and drop it. If it goes back fast, you are fully rehydrated. If it doesn't go back fast, you need to take more water. That's one way I think I can advise you to check whether you are fully rehydrated. And water is very, very important. Water helps in digestion, takes part in digestion, takes part in excreting waste, and so on and so forth. And lastly, sometimes when people talk to you, you want to change your system and all those things. I would just advise whenever you want to change any system, take any herb or something, it is advisable, whether you will follow his advice or not, to still ask your medical doctor, your physician. Whatever it tells you, if you want to follow it, yes. If you don't want to follow it, you know that you have decided on your own. Gentlemen, thank you. Sorry I had to rush because of time given to me. I rest my case.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wealth of knowledge and experience that has just been shared with us all. I personally took away so many things. I ran out of space. We'll move on to the question and answer session. I think I will go with the first question since I have the power of the mic. Are you able to share slides with us, sir? Are you able to share
Right?
slide with us when we're done, sir?
Share what?
The slides. You were reviewing some slides on your end.
I will try and share.
Yes,
it.
something we can refer to. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'll get it. Maybe the text, not particularly the styles.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. That would be
I'll
very
share it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are there questions on the floor? If you would like to ask a question, please go ahead, either type it in the chat or raise your hand and we can give you the floor to ask your question. I don't see any questions coming in, so I think it's very clear to everyone then what we need.
Well, maybe that will give me time to explain a few things along the way, which I skipped. The drinking water, not drinking water during food when you eat. Some people will look at it as odd. When I was told that, I saw that I believe it was odd. Because anytime when we are growing up younger, water must be with us. We must drink water with the food and all those things. But the person that addressed me at that seminar and workshop now talked something to me, and I really agreed with him. Our enzymes that digest our food, they have some acidic characteristics. And that's why God created our stomach that will not be corroded. Now, can you imagine, let's say a football, and you calculate that a 1 liter acid, will disintegrate that football totally. If you now still maintain that football, that size, and then dilute that acid about 2 times, will it do it well? Will it disintegrate that ball? It will not. It will not. So our drinking water while eating, we are diluting the power of the enzyme. Water does not move the food down. I'm sure my brother, Professor Akigbe, will bear me witness that there are systems like from our esophagus down that contract to push the food down. It's only when you take it too big that you need to use water to help you. The food will go down without your drinking water. There are so many things that we believe in. When you are now coughing, when you are eating and something goes into your air pipe, people say you must drink a lot of water. Will the water go into the air pipe? So the digestive system, like I told you, and let's try and have gap in our eating. When you eat your breakfast, please let it be between 7. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
When you eat your breakfast, please, any food you eat, do not try and eat any more until after 6 to 7 hours. Do not try to eat anymore. Because when you eat in between, the digestion of the one you have eaten is likely to cease because the brain can only control one direction. Once you start eating another one, the brain signals that the digestion of that other one is completed, is starting a new one. Whereas that's what causes a lot of butter in your stomach. And when there's a lot of it, it permeates the system. So I just want to get us to know why we said that, that you should not drink water while you are eating. Because I think most lectures that I attend, people tend to ask questions about that. We always drink water while we are eating. And cold water. Some people are so used to it, they can't leave it. When you drink cold water, it coagulates the oil with the food. And when oil is coagulated, it's not well digested. So that's why we should try and avoid cold water. and it's not even good for the system. When you have a heated radiator, do you put water there immediately?
No.
No. So people think when they are hot, they must drink cold water. Just take an experiment. When you are thirsty tomorrow, take cold water first. You will see that you will sweat. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
When you take the cold water, you will sweat out. But when you take room temperature water, you feel cool. So I just want to explain that to us. I thank you for the opportunity. I hope it will make some sense to all of us. And whatever does not make sense, we can find out fully in any journal or literature. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we have a question from Mr. Oshoma, Gabriel Oshoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Falanion, thank you so very much for this enlightening lecture.
Yes, sir.
It's always a thrill and to hear you speak. Well, I want to buttress because I was almost scared. You know, I'm into farming full time.
Okay. Okay.
I'm more into both, more of crops than animals for now.
Great.
I was almost scared. It's like, don't eat. Why did it? Unfortunately, in this our climate, not all of us, not at least over 90% cannot afford organic food because they are so very much expensive. But that being said, what we even call organic should start from the soil, to which most of us are not able to, as farmers, not able to really meet up with in terms of standard. But be it as it may, sir, I think the health issue and our eating habit are two parallel lines. Health and eating habits. When we are talking about the issue of water now, another school of thought says drink water first before you start eating. You know, most of us want to eat. We don't want to buy and catch up. We just take the bolus. We don't want to start eating. That's why we need water while we are eating. But if we if we take time to eat, to rest, to eat the food, and I see the reason why educated family members, then more of Oyibo, they will have a family table, they will hold hands, they will first pray before they eat. But you know, over here now, you are in a hurry, you are gulping, you are munching, you are just eating. You're not taking time to sit down to really eat your food. Even you are balele, you just come back from work, they have set your table, you don't want to dish and eat. So sometimes good to first drink water. The way you now relax to eat, be gulping it gradually. Not just, you want to finish this food. It's also said that when you are eating, don't pay attention to football, or you are watching your phone, or you are just give that food attention. Because if we're not too careful, we might want to have constipation. We will now begin to drink water while we are eating. And that will lead to things like that. And water drinking said that we should be drinking it slowly. So just go slowly. Just a little at a time. A little at a time. As a matter of fact, when you don't even drink water, you are standing. You are in a hurry. Sit there, relax. Drink water gradually, slowly. You know, because the enzymes in the system, you really quite explain. That's why I'm saying it will be another good lecture to talk about our eating habits aside the issue of health. Because you are bringing two things together which are germane. Thank you so very much, sir. We appreciate it, sir. God bless you for us, sir.
Yeah, just a look. Thank you very much for that commendation. I think our eating habit can also affect our health.
Yeah.
Like I told you, if you overburden the digestive system, overburden it, it will not work well. And if it doesn't work well, it will not digest food well. And if it doesn't digest food well, you have some clogs in your system. You see, all this big tummy that we have is not only fat. It's not only fat. Some of us, like you, maybe when you go to the farm, you are back, you have not eaten since morning, you now go, you get home at 9 p.m., you think you must eat. That's why I want you to look at the tape of Ashimolowo. He said there, if he doesn't eat his food before 7, he'd rather stay hungry overnight. He'd rather stay hungry overnight. So our eating habit also has to do with our health. Has to do with our health. That's where maybe I may not agree with you. In terms of water, I've said it. You see, me now, I've so much mastered it that some people even watch me when I told them, and they were watching me after eating my meal. It was almost exactly 1 hour that I pick up the water in my presence, where I went. And the person said, this is as terrible as this. I said, what? He said, you didn't drink water until after 1 hour. It's already in my system. And I don't feel constipation. So I think when you talk of, I've listed a lot of things. When you analyze them, let's say, for instance, you said animal protein or meat. There are a lot of other things you can eat apart from meat. When I say polished rice, there's ofada there, ofada rice. There's local rice. The problem with polished rice, you can also find out. I've read somewhere, and I felt so bad, that because polished rice is shipped over the sea, they must put some things that will protect them from getting the salt water, destroy the rice. So you know what they do? Some literature told me, you can find out, they sometimes use embalming oil. Professor Akigbe knows what they call embalming oil. I don't want to mention it here. They use what they call embalming oil. So I think those are the reasons why we mentioned those things. After polished rice, you have ofada. I eat ofada rice, which is a pure local rice. After white bread, there are people who produce healthy wheat bread. Healthy wheat bread. But the white flour bread is not particularly good for us, but it's the most common. I was coming to my sister, and he said, look, our problem is that she cannot do anything except that's the cheapest and fastest thing she can get. I didn't argue. So please, I must mention that death is certain. But with what I know, there's nothing called a sudden death if it's not accident or armed robber kill you. God forbid. There's nothing called a sudden death.
Yeah.
We die instrumentally with what we put in our body. In fact, there are research that confirm that most of the things that happen to us come from diet and lifestyle situation. So if you can read those things, try and follow them a little bit, it might be better for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll take one last question from Patricia and Awoyelu.
Okay.
Do you have any recommendations as to what the best times are to eat through the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And what is the average quantity of water per day per man?
I think everybody should try and have breakfast between 7:30 and 8:30. The prof I told you about that we are going to see is YouTube, Dr. Schoenberg, eats at 6:30. And he will eat lunch at 12:30 and nothing more until the next day. And when you see the prof, when he talks, he doesn't need microphone. And he still drives. Then, no, I don't know, because it was 5 years, that tape is about 5 years old. So I think 7:30, 8:30, and your lunch should not come in until after 6 to 7 hours. And you don't take anything between, no snacks. That ensures that all the food are fully digested. The other question, please, I can't remember. The water.
Water, yes, sir.
It depends on your weight, but I think average for our average weight is about 3 liters a day, minimum 3 liters a day. That's 475 cl bottled water. Bottled water. That ensures that your body is fully hydrated and work well. I think I'm able to satisfy that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We greatly appreciate the lecture and words of wisdom. I have shared a few of the references in the chat if you want to take that home and share and review for everyone, sir.
Okay.
So health is wealth. Let's take care of our health so that we can live longer. And then how do we make wealth? How do we keep wealth? What is the next wealth making thing coming up the horizon? We have Patricia and Ladi Omole on the topic of AI and decision making. Mr. Ladi Omole, sir.
All right. Okay, let me share my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Can we all see my screen here?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ladi Omole, and I believe it's a good thing when we have to bring minds together because things are changing, and they are changing pretty fast. I know everybody must have heard about AI here, AI there, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. Of course, it is going to. And the earlier we all get on it, the better. The good news is that this technology is a leapfrog technology. What do I mean by that? You do not need to be a computer scientist. You do not need to be a rocket scientist. But the earlier you get on it, it's just like the cell phone. For the fact that you are educated doesn't mean you can really operate the cell phone. You'll be surprised that some of the Yahoo guys, probably they don't even finish high school. But the moment they get this device, they started working with it and they know everything about it. Believe me, I've been to Nigeria before and I was working with a phone. I actually have to ask someone, just a street boy, to say, oh, okay, how do you do this? How do you do that? So tonight, I just work because pretty much everybody must have been using it. And I wouldn't want to talk much, but to give us time to actually discuss about it. But before we do, I would like to share something with you, which is more like origin of AI and the influence of nature on AI. Because most of the inventions that we have today, if we look around us, the answers are there. So I'm going to play this video and please pay attention very well. We might play 2 videos before we discuss. And I think that will make it more engaging. So bear with me. I believe you can see my screen here.
Yes, sir. We see your screen.
Okay.
The audio is not coming out though.
Bros Ladi, please help us with the audio.
Oh, the audio?
Yes.
Why, you can't hear it?
We can't hear. We can only see the
We
text.
can't hear, sir.
Oh, okay. Just a minute. Let me. Hold on a minute. You can't hear it at all, or it's very low.
At all.
Uh-oh,
At
wait a
all,
minute
sir.
then. Let me close it. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Let me do this. What about now?
No.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's not coming
No,
up.
we can hear you, but we can't hear the video.
Oh boy. That will see not be too good. I need to share. But you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me see something. Okay. Okay, I think I got it.
I think you have to select share sound somewhere or something.
Humans had always dreamed of soaring through the skies.
Yeah,
It's
beautiful.
The
coming up.
Wright brothers studied birds.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's coming up now.
Okay, just let me start
Inventions
from
from
the beginning. Sorry about
nature.
that.
You ever look at something in nature and think, whoa, that's genius? Well, turns out some of our biggest inventions are straight up nature copycats. Let me show you what I mean. First up, flight. Humans had always dreamed of soaring through the skies. The Wright brothers studied birds. Wings curved, catching the wind. And airplanes actually took off, literally. Even today, bird wing shapes inspire jumbo jets overhead. Now let's talk about Velcro. In the 1940s, George de Mestral walked his dog came home covered in burrs. He looked closer. Tiny hooked seeds. Boom, Velcro was born. Nature's stickiness in your sneakers, spacesuits. Bullet trains in Japan. Engineers fought loud booms from tunnels. The kingfisher bird was the answer. Its beak slices water with almost no splash. Train noses were redesigned to match. Problem solved. Quiet, fast, so smooth. Nature's not just inspiration. It's the original inventor. Next up, drones. Did you know their design is inspired by flying insects and birds? Engineers studied how bees and birds hover, maneuver, and stay stable in the air. By copying these natural flyers, we created drones that can zip, hover, and even do aerial tricks. Stuck on a problem? Take a walk outside. Here's another mind-blowing invention: solar panels. Scientists looked at how leaves turn sunlight into energy through photosynthesis. By copying nature's design, we created solar panels to capture sunlight and power our world. Here's a wild one. AI, artificial intelligence. Your brain learns from experience. AI mimics that process, recognizing faces, learning languages, computers copying neural magic inside your head. Computers store vast data and process it quickly, but lack human consciousness. Together, human insight and machine power create a better world. Thanks to the creator of nature and to every inventor inspired by it.
Okay. I hope everyone sees that everything we do here is from nature. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay. So one thing we need to know today, most likely, is to see how the invention of Hello? Is that from me?
No, go ahead, sir. I have muted the person.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. So again, the artificial intelligence actually mimic we humans' brain and the way we process information. And this is something scientists have been working on it for a long time. And I don't know how well some of us have been involved with it. Is it going to change the way we do things? Of course. 40% of the job we do now will be gone, especially repetitive jobs. And as I said, the earlier we get on it or we get to it, the better. Now, I'm going to share this other video with you. I might pause within whether to ask questions or for us to kind of discuss about it. And please listen to me carefully.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into how AI is reshaping intelligence and decision-making in our world. This isn't just about machines doing tasks. It's about understanding what intelligence really means in this digital age. We'll explore how AI systems process information, make decisions, and how this impacts our daily operations. The goal is to see how letting AI handle complex work can transform the way we think and act in business and beyond. So, what will we explore together? We'll start by unpacking what intelligence truly is and how it forms the basis for decision making. Then we'll compare the biological brain with digital AI systems to understand their differences. We'll look at how decisions influence behavior through feedback and adaptation. Next, we'll see how AI is revolutionizing business operations across industries. Finally, we'll discuss strategies for implementing AI effectively, helping you become agile and measure the impact of these technologies. Intelligence is really the backbone of decision making. It starts with cognitive processing, how we analyze and interpret information. Then pattern recognition helps us find meaningful structures in data, which is crucial for making sense of complex inputs. Abstract reasoning allows us to think beyond the obvious, connecting ideas in new ways. And adaptability is key. Being able to adjust to new situations ensures decisions remain relevant. Together, these components form a dynamic system that guides how decisions shape outcomes. Intelligence isn't just one thing, it's diverse. Analytical intelligence is about logic and problem solving, using reasoning to tackle challenges. Creative intelligence drives innovation, helping us think outside the box. Emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing emotions, which is vital for social interactions. Practical intelligence focuses on applying knowledge effectively in real-world situations. Both humans and AI can excel in different types, showing that intelligence is multifaceted and context-dependent. Let's look at the biological brain. It contains...
Sorry about that. Before we move into the biological brain, I just want to comment on the different types of intelligence, why we are all so different as human beings. Some people are very analytical, while some people are very practical, and some people are kind of emotional. That's why we are not all the same. But there are certain things that can actually influence this. It can be environment issue, it can be a biological issue, and the same thing, the way AI is being programmed. That is why AI cannot really make a mistake, but it can be incorrect. That is the difference between we human and AI. We can be biased. We can choose to do and not to do. But as far as AI is concerned, it will act as if it's been programmed. Though we're beginning to have some super algorithm that the mathematical calculation will actually make them to make decisions. But having said that, it all depends on what and how you program the AI itself. So let's continue now.
86 billion neurons, specialized cells that transmit information. These neurons connect through over 1 trillion synapses, creating a living neural network. Signals travel chemically via neurotransmitters, which regulate everything from motivation to mood. When these chemicals are out of balance, it can affect behavior and cognition, sometimes leading to issues like anxiety or forgetfulness. Understanding this complex system helps us appreciate the biological basis of human intelligence. Now, turning to AI neural networks, these digital...
Just a minute again. Let me quickly go back to the other slide. Now, in we human, there's something we call neurotransmitters. Okay? Some people might look lazy, but they might be actually tired. Some people can procrastinate. I will do it, I will do it. Okay? At times, we put everything under the environment without actually looking into the biological or scientific effect. If someone lacks something like dopamine, because they have all these different neurotransmitters and they do have what they do, It can be for the emotion, anxiety, ability to really want to be social. And if we lack any of this, okay, it can actually affect the way we behave. As we're going on with this, we're going to see how this actually works with AI in terms of copying the way we human beings think and making that program or the algorithm to make AI works.
Mimic biological neurons using artificial nodes. Each connection has a and activation functions determine when these nodes fire. Processing happens layer by layer, enabling AI to recognize complex patterns. Unlike the brain's chemical signals, AI relies on mathematical operations and digital data. This fundamental difference shapes how AI learns and processes information, offering both powerful capabilities and unique limitations compared to biological systems.
Saladimole, could you, I think the video stopped. Rosladi, I think the video stopped.
All right. Okay, you're on mute. Okay, now let's continue.
Welcome, everyone.
Oh, sorry. Okay, now, this is where we are before.
Turning to AI neural networks, these digital systems mimic biological neurons using artificial nodes. Each connection has a weight that influences signal strength, and activation functions determine when these nodes fire. Processing happens layer by layer, enabling AI to recognize complex patterns. Unlike the brain's chemical signals, AI relies on mathematical operations and digital data. This fundamental difference shapes how AI learns and processes information, offering both powerful capabilities and unique limitations compared to biological systems. Comparing human and AI processing reveals two distinct approaches. The human brain is organic and intuitive, rooted in biology, emotion, and experience. It learns through lived moments, culture, and reflection, excelling at creativity, empathy, and ethical reasoning, though it can be biased and inconsistent. AI systems, on the other hand, are synthetic and structured, built on algorithms and vast data. They learn by identifying patterns and optimizing models, offering speed, consistency, and scalability, but lacking emotion and context beyond their programming. Together, they offer complementary strengths. AI is transforming.
Now, let's quickly talk about that. Just the same way when we are growing up, they will teach us, okay, this is A, B, C, D, E. And gradually, we tend to recognize what animal is, what color is this, what who is a woman, I mean, woman, man, whatever. As we are growing up, we're beginning to learn it. The same thing happens to AI. Most of these things, AI has to be trained. You have to show the AI, this is, if you show, that's why Facebook now, if you upload your dog, okay, Facebook can use whatever picture you put there to actually train the AI that whenever you see something like dog, this is dog. And the beauty of it is this. We humans, the way we learn is pretty much based on our 5 or 6 senses, okay? What we see, what we hear, what we touch, what we feel, or whatever, But don't forget too, computer these days too, he has the camera is there. If you say something, it can hear you. If you have like a carbon monoxide in the house, they can detect it. So there's pretty much nothing that we human beings can feel that now the technology do not have. But the good thing is that based on this now and based on the training, okay, and based on the algorithm, mostly well, don't let me say everything, because we still can be biased, we can still do things, but hardly anything that we do, especially for now, before we get into the robotics. But for now, talking about accounting, nobody needs to tell you what the Constitution is. You can pretty much ask AI instead of going to your lawyer. If I see any symptoms, I go on and ask any of the agents. I have a very good idea of what I think I'm dealing with. So when I'm talking to my physician, we can coordinate or we can discuss at more like from an intelligent level. It's not like I'm just going there, everything you tell me, this and that. I've been in a situation that I've recommended some things that, Dr. Tribuna, I read this, I read that. And he said, okay, sure. So everyone is equipped. But in order to utilize it, you must spend your time to play with it. Okay? It's not like one way. I know everybody talks about ChatGPT. They have a bunch of them out there. You have DeepSeek, you have Meta, even with your WhatsApp. Some people don't even know that Facebook has Meta, whereby you can use that AI. It might not be as robust, as sophisticated, like some of the agents we're going to talk about by the end of this presentation. But some of the things that we do now, especially in the business world, AI can write anything for you. You can give AI a topic. There are some agents like that. Like this presentation now, I have a couple of AIs I can just give them the topic. I said, okay, you know what? I'm presenting to my alumni organization. I want to present AI and human intelligence. Just give me the slide. If you give me the picture, if you give me the note, I might need to review it to make sure it's actually portraying what I want to deliver. But if you don't know that all these tools are there, then, you might be left behind. So let me quickly, because this is pretty much how we can use this tool as far as in the business world is concerned.
Business operations in remarkable ways. It optimizes supply chains by predicting inventory needs and streamlining logistics. Predictive maintenance anticipates equipment failures to avoid downtime. Quality control improves with automated inspections that surpass human accuracy. Resource allocation becomes more efficient, distributing personnel and materials optimally. These systems can process millions of transactions per second with near perfect accuracy, running nonstop, and cutting costs significantly. This revolution is redefining how industries operate daily. The future is here, and embracing AI means recognizing its partnership with humans. AI excels at data processing, pattern recognition, and routine tasks, freeing humans to focus on creativity, empathy, and strategic decisions. Intelligence comes in many forms, each with unique strengths that, when combined, drive better outcomes. Businesses are already transforming from finance to customer experience by integrating AI. If you're ready to take the next step, Ladium offers consultations and support to help you implement AI solutions effectively and measure their impact. Finally, let's talk about the special offer.
Okay, this is just one of the slides we use for our marketing as far as the accounting solution is concerned.
To jumpstart your AI-powered business. There are 3 tailored packages: accounting automation to streamline invoicing and tax workflows, web solutions for e-commerce sites and payment integration, and social marketing to manage campaigns and track engagement. Each is priced affordably, but bundling all 3 saves you nearly $200.
Okay, I don't want to do the marketing here because we don't want to waste too much time. Now, let me quickly throw the question to the audience. From what we've heard so far, do you have any question, or do you think of something that you think can make alumni organization function better, or any solution that you think would benefit the country as a whole? Is there any question on that? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. I want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to be, because I'm the host, to be doing all the
okay. All right, no problem.
We can hear you, sir. Any questions from Mr. Ladi Omole, please? Just go ahead and unmute and ask the question, or even if it's a comment.
Okay, is there no question?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
All right, I'm here.
Thank you, my brother Ladi. I've always been wondering about AI. Even at my age, I can get well involved in it. I don't think I can ever stop learning until my last breath. So I wonder, all these sources and all those things, how do one, a total novice in this field, how do one get involved and graduate and go up gradually in the knowledge of AI, either for just knowledge sake or to make it possible for one to use it in one's daily life or business? Thank you.
Now, the first thing is to understand all the agents. I mean, some of the popular agents that we have. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, if you have your WhatsApp has Meta. Many people they're not aware of that. But whatever questions you have or anything you want to ping mind, you can use that Meta as a starting point. As I said, there are more and more, and it's getting more competitive every day. Okay, we just finished a program, or now they call it like an app. I know in those days, if we have to build something like that with the resources that we're going to use, as far as manpower, as far as server is concerned, as far as programmer is concerned, we're talking about 9 months. There's something that they call vibe coding. Okay, it can even be a solo application that one person can do. But we finished this within a week. You know, that is how powerful AI can be. So, as I said, the first thing is to understand the agents. I know everybody knows about, I'm not going to say everybody knows about ChatGPT.
I do.
Okay. So that's another agent that you can use. Okay. So there are a lot of them out there, but it all depends on what exactly you want it for. Any more questions before I go to the next one?
Thank you.
Let me quickly share something with you. That is,
Hello,
this is another.
Okay. Hello, Bros Ladi.
Yes.
Someone asked a question in the chat, whatever, said, how can one use AI to more in a way to drive to promote the work of the alumni? How can one effectively use it?
Well, you know it, I know it. We've been working on so many initiatives, and that is part of why we're trying to bring in Sparkle Serve, which is more like a club to actually bring minds together. A lot of things we can still do, even from collaborating or building an app, or as an alumni to make sure we put information together. And again, the good thing is that some of these things, or else you have a need for it, or you have infrastructure in place. I'm not sure if many of us are aware, but I'm pretty sure the executive will be aware of this. We got a grant from Microsoft for Microsoft Azure, okay? It has a DevOps. It has about 5 licenses for Microsoft Office. It has more like you can develop an AI with it. Power BI is there. Power Automate is there. I mean, they gave it to us. Okay, I put it out there, hoping that someone might be interested, and then will say, okay, go and do this, because the only way is to have like an hands-on, especially for the younger ones. Okay, if you have the environment whereby you can do something, then the skill will be there. I know Nigeria is trying. I mean, what's this name? Bosu Tijani is really doing a good job. Actually, he was named one of the best 100 AI influencer in the class of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. So again, they are doing something too in Nigeria, I can tell you that. But as far as our alumni is concerned, the only thing that is lacking now is the idea. Okay, to get the idea done is not more like an issue. And people are coming out with different ideas every day. Okay, hey, we can start picking mind and say, okay, this is what we want to do for our own alumni. Once we build that process, other alumni can utilize it. If we choose to license it, we can do that. But you have to come up with something unique. But those things are out there. Okay, so again, number one, we have to look at our pain points. You know, where do you think we are lacking? And I believe the executive can tell us this. I mean, we tried in terms of, even with Microsoft now, they send one email, everybody will get the same email. But there are still some couple of things that we can do as far as the automation is concerned, as far as the communication is concerned. So the president, the vice president can come up with, okay, how can we do this? How can we do that? Okay. One thing I know is that even if I'm not aware, I can do the research. But if I don't have the time, I just wish we have somebody that we can kind of work together, because it's not really a rocket science anymore. But you have to lay your hands on it. And as I said earlier on, it's a leapfrog technology. It's not the kind of technology that because you don't have PhD, or because you don't know about computer science, or because, no. It's not. You just have to get involved. And you can see how sweet, how easy you can do so many things.
Yes, sir. Mr. Sheun John has a question. Mr. John.
Okay.
Mr. Sheun John, your hand is up. If you intended to ask a question, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Oh, báwo ni o?
You might need to speak up a little. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
It's better now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Now, you are moving towards the right direction.
Thank you.
What do you think, or what do we think we can use the AI to do? With my knowledge of AI as a multimedia, I see AI being used in all areas, depending on what you want. Do we think that there is a need to pass the knowledge of AI to our students in St. Patrick's today? If the answer is yes, which area are we taking them to? Is it in the area of media or in the area of academics? But the major thing here, which I think is the core of AI, that is the use of prompt. The use of prompt. If we can be able to have the right lecture on the use of prompt, then everybody will be able to go ahead and use AI. I will give a very good example. The audio we use for this program, if we have people that know how to use the content.
I can hardly hear you. I'm not sure if Wale is hearing you well.
I can't. He's a little distant from his mic or something. I can't hear what.
Can you move closer?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
Which area did you pick me from, sir? Hello, there.
Hello?
You got to speak louder. Now nobody can hear you.
I'm speaking loud, sir. I'm speaking louder here.
Maybe. Okay, go ahead. We can.
Maybe I will type my comments and questions back to you.
Okay,
Hello,
so
sir.
that's fine. Let's have it in the chat and he can address it. Mr. Molly, we can move on.
Okay. So, as I was saying, there are different tools out there. It depends on what we want to do. I can hear that he was asking how the students can benefit. I'm not sure if I caught that right or whatever. Or is it time for the students to start learning AI? Well, the point of the matter is, it's just like we use calculator when we're doing mathematics or whatever. And that is one of the inspiration I could see the first time my father actually worked with calculator. That was in the 70s. You know, it took him time to actually believe a calculator can add, you know, they are used to writing things in their ledger, send it to one clerk to do this, to do that. But the calculator came and made things easier for everyone. But you still have to have an idea of what 2 plus 2 is all about before you can ask the calculator, give me 2 times 10 divided by 5, square root of 10, blah, 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 blah. You still need to have an idea of what exactly you want to get out of it. And that is why inventions, discoveries, things that we cannot think about before. Okay, a lot of things are happening that is exposing humanity to. Maybe another time we can discuss quantum physics or quantum mechanics, which is like a deviation from some of the things we all believe. And that is another topic for another day, where science and spirituality actually meets. You know, again, AI will give you this because it can do all these calculations for you. Instead of you That's why I use the calculator as an example. You know, how many times you want to start writing 10 plus 10, 5 plus 5 down before you get whatever you need to get? But if you put it in there in the calculator can give you an idea of what exactly you are thinking about. So again, we humans are AI, we're actually complementing each other. So let me see if he was able to type it in.
Yes, his question was how can the students can benefit.
Oh, okay. Then
I think
I
you've
got it
addressed
right.
that for them. So
yeah, actually, we had an initiative going on. It's only that it's been kind of slow, but it's really been adopted by the NEC, which is the STEM. Okay, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's another total way of learning. And again, there's still more research to do. What works in Nigeria might not be what works in the US. So we need people in Nigeria to start thinking. Okay, let me give you an example. If you want to do periodic table, you're talking about molecules and stuff like that. If you tell a student, okay, which is what I experienced myself, my wife, when she grinds beans, okay, and she grinds a lot of it, because beans can spoil quickly. I'm not sure if any of you is aware of this. But if you put charcoal on it, it will absorb any bacteria and it might keep it afresh. My point is that whatever the charcoal is emitting, whatever the beans you grinded is giving out, if you teach a student from that perspective, trust me, they're not going to forget. Okay, if you said, okay, if you put banana and probably apple between something, it's going to ripe up quickly. Then you started asking questions, why? Okay, so again, technology is there, but you still need to find a way, practical way to let them learn. You know, it's not like they just started telling you, hey, you gold, something you never heard before. I know now some people are trying to teach science in Yoruba.
100 pounds.
You know, people are trying to teach science in Yoruba or whatever, but where STEMs comes in is that you will look at your environment and you will teach the student from the practical perspective. Okay, they have a lot of tools, which if it's conducive for the Nigerian environment, you think your student can learn from it. But the whole idea is to start thinking, what is the best way? Instead of just reading, you bring something in that the student can actually relate to. And again, as I said, we have a lot of organizations that are ready to sponsor it. If you put in your request very well, though it's been kind of slow, but I know definitely we're going to get there. So that's another way, because now everybody is talking about coding, programming. Coding is good because it's good to know the coding, but it's getting obsolete. I can tell you that now. Okay, as far as computer coding is concerned, some of this coding, AI will do it for you in a blink of an eye. I play with it. This is not a matter of somebody say, you know, I was telling my daughter, use this tool, okay? This tool will do this tool will do that. It's going to cost you this. With further research, I learned that there's another one from China that can do almost the same. If it is not free, it is very cheap. So the competition is there. It's only that you have to find out what exactly you want to achieve. And then how do you build the tool? Okay, so let me quickly show one of the tools I believe are used for Here's another tool.
You're not sharing your screen if...
Oh, I'm not? Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me, oh, sorry. Share. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Again, this is just a typical example. I believe when the president and I were talking about Sparkle Revival and so also this term that we're talking about, I started putting in some kind of document into this tool here. They call it Notebook LM. If I click it now, I have a couple of documents. I already put that. Okay, I have the, let me give you the one that we can quickly look, is the Constitution. Okay, if I say, okay, I just want to see the Constitution, Nigerian Constitution, no. I saw it now. Okay, this is St. Patrick's Constitution, right? I think this is one of the Constitution, it's in PDF. If you ask me any question now about the Constitution, okay, let's say we just say, what you tell me, oops, excuse me, tell me about alumni organization. Okay, because I already put the document there. If I click this now, okay, it's going to go out there, look into the Constitution and bring a lot of things out. Okay, I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, we see your screen.
Okay, so again, as I said, this is a breakdown. You have the registered office. The aim and objective is there to facilitate social interaction, maintain, is this from me? Okay, I saw something red now. I'm not sure if it is from me. Encourage management, nature of association. So again, as I said, ask me any about the Constitution. And the beauty of it is that if you mention something that I'm not sure or I want to check, I can click and it's going to take me to that section of the Constitution for me to review. So same thing here you can do with Nigerian Constitution, though you still have to find a way to conclude with the humans, but it will give you the go-to point. Or else you don't have to go to your lawyer. I saw you guys cracking your brain about the Constitution, going through it is okay. But there are a lot of tools out there that can make life a lot easier for everyone. You know, so again, you just have to know where the pain points are and think of what tool you can use, because they're coming out with different AI agents every day. So the earlier you get to it, you can start using it. If you have $1 million idea, okay, like I was telling somebody, I say, okay, as far as Nigeria is concerned, when the local government, when they give contracts or they give any project, okay, if any of the local government can put their contracts, you can build an agent, okay, that will review that contract. It can tell you where you can get the best price. It can tell you who is making that whatever material you put in there. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% correct, but it's going to give you an idea, okay? Not only give you an idea, it's going to, the document will come out the way you actually want it. Again, you might need to train it. Okay, this is the way we want the document to come out. This is the way, this is the way. So when you want to award a contract, you can put it into to any agent to kind of do all the contracting. Okay, you can still check, is it 10%, is it whatever percent? You keep it to your contractor. This is what I want. Can you deliver this for this price? Maybe you have 20%, whatever. You can even check locally who has it and give you an idea. Okay, depending on the way you kind of build the agent. So there are just too many things coming now. And as I said, you just have to be aware of it. And as I said again, the only way is to ping mind, which is why I said we should start like a sparkle salve. You find people with like minds and build, gap, whatever knowledge gap we have, and to benefit the community and to benefit the organization. So AI is here. No, it's not going anywhere. Everything is going to change. I can guarantee anybody, I can guarantee anyone that it's a total revolution. And it's very scary. Though it's true, many people are using it for fake news, putting somebody's picture. Of course, you can do that. I can put all of you in my movie now without even you leaving your house. You know, I can let you wear whatever suit I want you to wear. Once I have your picture, okay, the ethics of it is there and it could be dangerous. But one thing I can guarantee you is that humanity has a way of overcoming it. As it is right now, some people are building what they call blockchain. Okay, and with that blockchain, it will actually give more like a stamp as far as the source of that information is concerned, the starting point. So, and if any government allows to say, okay, they want to go and probe someone, you have your IP address. And I can tell you, before they put 2, 3 people in jail, it will be over. Or even if they don't put them in jail, okay, the technology company might even reject it. You know, so again, things will come, another, technology has a way of people coming up with a challenge. And then, people, I was telling somebody the other day, I said, when we first came to United States, when they issue you a driver's license, your license doesn't have any photo because that was the level of trust. I can get wireless license and give it to the police, you know. But the moment they realize people are doing that, then they started putting their pictures on it. As it is right now, they might not even need to put your pictures on it. They put the camera on your eyes, they can see everything about you. You know, so again, don't let us, I know we pretty much passed our time. I don't want to take anybody's time. Is there any more question? Or maybe in our next seminar, if there's anything of interest that we can discuss, again, it's going to be another way of seminar because nobody has the monopoly of knowledge. GPS signal lost. And even the next seminar might be, we just send out the slides, everybody will look at it. And then when we meet, we just kind of ask questions, discuss it, and ping mind.
Yeah, we have a question from Bros Ola.
Okay.
Or well, at least we have a raised hand.
Yeah, well, it's me. Thank you so much for this information. This AI thing, it's so big that we have to narrow it down. And some of the questions that you asked earlier, I believe you actually answered, like, Nigeria needs to come up with what they want to do. Most of us in this group are not going to be the experts in the field of AI. But what I think will benefit most people at this point is the use of the AI. We might have people like you that are very knowledgeable, that knows more in depth about developing this, developing that. But for the majority, we need to know, how can I use it in my area of life that will make it a whole lot simpler? To try to come up with something that will be universal for everybody in various fields. It's already out there, but if I can be pointed in a direction that I'm like, okay, if I look here, it will make my life easier as a farmer, or make my life easier, whatever, as a barber, whatever the profession that each one of us, might be currently in. I believe that's what's going to help us the most. The same thing goes for the current students at our alma mater. Those students, yeah, it might be one or two that might have the interest in studying this depth, but how do we show them the way? Like, okay, if you're looking for something in school, this is where you need to go look online. That will make your studies a little more easier. This is the software that you might want to download that can take the notes for you, synthesize your lecture with different questions that you anticipate for your exam. So in helping students, that way they will know how to use this technology. And few of them that have more interest, they might go depth into developing it and do other stuff. That's what I think. I mean, if I'm making sense.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Spot on.
you're absolutely right about it. Yeah. Again, it depends on what you need it for. And you discuss with some expert if they've seen something similar. And guess what? You can ask any of the agents, AI, oh, I'm a barber. How do you think AI can help me? If you are familiar with a couple of agents, which I know I do, by the time you ask Manus, Copilot, Chat GPT, Google Gemini, you will have an idea. Okay, it might not be almost correct, but trust me, you will think that you are talking to your friend. Again, depends on your exposure and exactly what you want to do with it. So the question you just asked me now, that, oh, I'm a barber now, how can I use AI? You can ask any of the AI agents. They will give you an idea. So as I said again, nobody has the monopoly of knowledge, because the knowledge is, we all have it out there. Gone are the days when you have to download from your teacher or whatever, or you have to go to the library, Of course, you still need to discuss to actually make it sink, because even if you read it in silo, you might not really, it might just be your own opinion. So this type of forum helps. So to bring in clarity into some of the things that you might have in mind, because you might think it's a big issue and somebody can just tell you, oh, with one line of code, you can take care of it. So you still have to collaborate either way.
Cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Ladi.
You're welcome.
I appreciate all the knowledge dropped and all the contributors. I will go ahead and share my screen real quickly. If I may, how do you share again? Mr. Ladi, can you stop sharing? I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Share. Can you guys see my screen?
We can see your name.
You can see my name, sorry. Can you see my screen now?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So just brief announcements, and then we move on to the vote of thanks. We are aware of our annual dues still ongoing. If you have not paid your annual dues for 2025, please go ahead and do. We still have a donation drive for books, computers, and libraries for the new library. We appreciate all contributions. The bank account remains the same for all of this. Mr. Ishola Laraju, the public secretary, is not available, neither is the general secretary. So Mr. Gabriel Oshoma will just move on to the vote of thanks, please.
Yeah, I want to say thank you very much for our audience. I'm really impressed by our, for those of us who attended, though it's sometimes we may say we are discouraged. Well, it's not impressive in terms of attendance, volume, numbers, but it's okay. We'll just keep at it. We'll not be deterred. I want to thank the two speakers and for their time. I know it's quite late, past 10 over here in Nigeria. Patishan Lariwaju, then Patishan Ladi, they both bear LL anyway. I want to say thank you so much for your time, for your wealth of experience. You didn't just speak to us theory, you spoke practical, and we are impressed. It shows you are into what you promote, what you sell, and God bless you, sir. And for all of us, our president is here. God bless you, sir. Our Patrician John Obote, Daddy, Big Daddy, is also with us. We thank God for all of us who stayed through. We're like 25, 20, at the time we're 28, but it's obvious people had to go step out and do one or two things. Thank you so very much for coming to join with us. I'm sure the third webinar will be much more participatory. Thank you so very much. And I want to wish everyone a good, good night.
Good night.
Good day.
Good night for
Good
those.
afternoon.
Good day for
Thank
those.
you so very much, sir.
All right now.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate
All right.
your